I think about my early days of like, trying to get free weed and like trying to exercise the tiny amount of clout I had in like 2014 or whatever. And it was like, going to dispensaries and like, they let you in and you're so impressed by the weed and stuff. But this shit was all illegal back then. But there was like no legal dispensaries yet, or almost no legal dispensaries. So it's like they were getting shut down here and there. But for the most part, they were just kind of like floating along. And there were thousands of them all around Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure. And then over the last like, I don't know, 5-6 years, they've kind of just been slowly hammering away at them to the point where I wouldn't even consider having an illegal dispensary at this point,
It's probably the guys coming around and shaking you down for protection who are more of a deterrent than the police, because the police will raid them and then the dispensary will be back in business like a week later.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's the government, dude. The government's so incompetent and underfunded. They're not going to have an incentive to go shut these places down like the Mexican mafia or some other dudes down in South Central will, because that protection money, that's significant income right
But if
there.
we start a weed truck right now, I don't think anybody's gonna fuck with us, and we can go park that shit on Melrose. Like I see it all the time of people just sitting on Melrose with a little tent and a table, and they're just straight selling fucking eights. And it's like they don't have a storefront. People are walking by buying it. It's like, I don't know. It's like impossible for me to imagine getting in trouble for selling weed like out my backpack here if I had that.
I'm not buying street weed in LA, man. There's too many stores that got it.
Yeah, but that shit's expensive, fucking like an $80 eighth.
I don't know. But like I get my weed from like the homies out here, but
Yeah.
I normally just get it off the pound. But an $80 eighth is ridiculous. Like,
That's what I'm pretty sure it is in a lot of those dispensaries.
What
that
is
are
it,
on
fentanyl?
Melrose
It
and
got
shit.
fentanyl in it?
No, it's just
Probably
got
not.
hella taxes on it.
Yeah.
If there weren't taxes, I'm pretty sure they'd still be selling it to you for like 40 though.
Yeah, that's why you go to the dispensaries, is so you don't get fentanyl-laced weed, Courtney.
Okay, so you get locked up for this, then how does that lead to you moving back to New York?
So after that, I was just tired of it. Like I didn't want to go back to the shop. Like I had been through a lot of shit. I was working like 15-hour days. It was worth it. I was getting like $500 a day, but it just was like making me tired. So I figured I would go back to New York just because I was done with LA. Like, Melrose was dying, everything was dying.
What year are we talking? 2019?
Yeah, 2019.
Before you moved to New York, did you take your pilgrimage to Mecca?
Yeah, it's
Just
called,
fake
it's called the
pilgrimage,
High.
fake religion. Because he was pretending. I'm not saying it's a fake religion. It was a fake religion to him.
It was. It's real fake.
Yeah, but after that, like, I was still trying to do my thing. I wasn't going to work at the dispensary, but I couldn't go and trap because everybody was overdosing and shit like that. So it wasn't even smart to go join that shit. Like,
Oh, so selling pills and coke and stuff had kind of lost its allure because everybody dying?
yeah, and the thing is, people was going through sobriety breaks and shit. So
Like
I'd be
me?
fucked up for 6 months. And it's like, damn.
Damn, you moved back to New York. Curiosity leads me to believe that it might have been because I stopped doing drugs.
You were a big part of it.
Number one client, Adam.
I feel. How
on
many
the
times
wagon?
do you think I hit you up to buy drugs? I'm gonna say like 10.
Yeah, about 10. But the thing is, you had a whole economy around you.
Oh yeah. All these people around me that
Yeah.
wanted it too. You're right. Wow.
Trickle down economics.
I had half a SoundCloud in my phone. That shit was amazing.
I probably was giving his number to a lot of people that I didn't even have anything to do with it. But it's like, oh, you want something? Yeah, you take this guy's number.
What were you buying mostly during your drug phase?
Pretty much coke and Zans.
Off court? Can I call you
Probably.
Court? Can I cut your name in half?
Yeah. Only women called me Courtney.
I dabbled in lean and perks, but it was pretty much coke and Zans, and alcohol was my main thing for the Melrose years at least.
That was your shit.
Yeah, and I wasn't into selling the opiates, bro, because that shit was like fucking people up.
Well, you're a man of ethics.
Yeah, plus
You're a Muslim.
you don't want to get a call. you don't want to get a call at 3 a.m. because some rapper needs one perk in Burbank and you live in like Studio City or some shit like that, or Culver City.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to travel that far to sell him one perk at a loss. So it's like, and that's the type of shit you get when you deal with opiates. So I wasn't selling that shit.
But yeah, you got to have a mandatory minimum if you're going to be linking up with somebody in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't stop them from calling you. You can
I
tell
sleep
them
with my
no.
phone on Do Not Disturb. Is that a no-go if you're a drug dealer?
Yeah, because you might miss some big shit, bro. Especially when you selling coke. Like, I went to the nigga who owns Minecraft House. I didn't serve him,
Notch.
so he's not indicted on this shit. Don't trip. But it was a bunch of people there, And I had this thing where if I was serving people who made a certain amount of money, not you, you cool, don't trip.
You bump the price up 20%.
Yeah, you wasn't even making that Fousey money back then. You was a broke boy.
That was around the Fousey era, though, for sure.
But when people was a little rich, I would make these small ass bags, like less than a half gram, like a 0.3 or some shit. I'm charging $70 for that.
And say
shit.
it's a gram.
Nah, I don't say what it weigh. I say I got $70 bags.
Yeah.
So I go to those parties and shit like that and serve them shits and make a grip of money. So if I do 10 bags in that party, I made $700.
And as a coke dealer,
you leave your phone on for shit like that.
Yeah. You can't really like say no to that. Even though for me at this point in my life, I kind of feel like anyone could hit me up at 2 a.m. about anything, and I'm like, no, I'm sleeping. It's not happening. Yeah. But that's like I'm in a very different place in my life now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my life, when I was doing all that dumb shit, my life used to randomly turn into a party. So I'll be in the bed trying to sleep, 2 a.m., and then some stripper call me and she tell me that 5 other strippers need some shit. Yeah. Then I'm in the strip club with them until breakfast time. Like having breakfast with strippers, fucking 2 of them later on that afternoon.
Yeah, because how often are you able to sort of turn the drug dealing into also a sexual experience?
Dude, a whole lot.
Is that considered unethical in the world of drug dealing?
Probably mostly in the world of sex.
No, hell no, dude. It comes with the job.
Seems unprofessional to me, Court.
Bro, I'm going to have to tell you off camera who this lady is, but I was boning the fucking actress.
Just say we'll bleep it.
Oh, okay. I was going to make some jokes about her history, but that'll probably give away who she is.
Pretty much.
How the fuck is she going to be doing that when doesn't she have advocacy work to be doing?
Most likely.
Isn't that her thing?
She has somebody to cancel off the
I
internet.
don't want to say anything else.
Advocating his dick.
Dude. Court, what a pro, dude. What a pro. Covering his mouth. If only we were more savvy about airing people's dirty laundry on the podcast.
I want to make fun of her so bad right now, but I just can't because everything I can think of is going to indicate who it is.
Yeah, you can't say shit, dude.
Wow, she was a baddie at one point, though.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to be honest, that seems like it was quite a while ago.
Good stuff, dude. She loved that vegan tattoo. Court, at what point does dealing drugs become something that's liable to get the attention of the police?
When you make too much money.
Is that it?
Can you give us an income level where that starts to happen?
Nah, I mean, it's more so about what you do with the money, too, because you can't spend it on buildings and businesses and shit like that. Like, the only thing you could do is just enjoy life. And you can't try to make more. Like, you can't live a luxurious life. Like, with me, I paid my bills. I ate whatever I wanted. I bought whatever I wanted as far as, like, little bikes and shit like that. But
okay, but I can only these to me would be the 2 ways that I could get caught if I was a fucking coke dealer. Is A, I get pulled over or I'm at the wrong place and I get searched and the cops find fucking 30 bags of coke on me. That seems like probably the easiest way to get caught. And then the other way would be, the cops arrest some dude that I'm selling coke to, and then that guy just spills the beans. Which even with that, it kind of feels like there would have to be a couple people, or there would have to be like there would have to be more to it in order for the cops to then raid my house. Wouldn't you say?
yeah, but back in those days, I don't know if this shit was 100% foolproof or not, but I was taking Ubers because I figured if he did anything illegal, you can't search me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
But I've definitely seen some people get arrested who were trying to operate on that logic. You ever see the video of Draco when he's in the back of the Uber, he gets pulled over?
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
They found a gun on him and he's like, I'm a fucking passenger in the Uber. Like he knows that they must have been watching him on live or whatever when he's getting arrested, because it's like, why would you pull over an Uber and search me?
Yeah, he was so well behaved on Harry Potter.
Oh my god!
I didn't know Draco was getting up to dealing.
I will give you a pass on that because you actually have no idea who I'm talking about. But
This has been a clip from my new podcast, Sledge Lords with Danny Mullen. We're dropping a new episode every week, so either hit the link in the description or search up the Adam 22 channel on YouTube. Appreciate you guys.